WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 5.
An early morning fire west of Mason leaves one person dead and the house a total loss. It's our top story at 5. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jorma Duran. There was a massive response with crews from multiple different emergency services at the fire. Our Kylie Shapansky has been working on this story all day. She's here for you now with the latest on this deadly fire. Kylie, what have we learned?
Jorma, we know the call came in early around 4:30 a.m. this morning and have now confirmed the victim is a man who was found dead at the back of the house. Officials are saying at this time there's no obvious signs of foul play, but the cause of the fire remains unknown. As you can see from this video, there was a large response to the fire that left the home scorched. It's actively under investigation by the Ingham County Sheriff's Department and the Michigan State Police. Crews that responded on scene include the Mason, Delhi, Leslie, and Eaton Rapids Fire Departments, Mobile Medical Response, and Ingham County Animal Control. Neighbors say there was a couple who lived in the home, approximately in their 70s. There is little additional information available as the investigation remains ongoing. We'll bring you the latest as it becomes available.
Kylie, thank you. 2 prominent museums in the nation's capital have now reopened their doors thanks to the federal government getting back to business. The National Museum of American History and the National Air and Space Museum welcomed visitors back today. All Smithsonian sites, which include 21 museums and the National Zoo, will reopen on a rolling basis by Monday. Meanwhile, air travelers are seeing some lingering disruptions from the 43-day shutdown, with flight reductions still in place.
I got here extra early. My flight actually doesn't leave until 1, and just nervous about, just seeing all the stuff on social media about it being long and all that, but came in here, actually I'm a little bit too early, that's why I'm still sitting out here.
The Transportation Secretary says they are reviewing the data to see when it's safe to return the airspace back to normal. The FAA say air traffic controllers started to receive lump sum back paychecks today. On the local political front, some are suggesting that the statewide petition drive for property tax relief is not going to be successful. However, organizers are telling Capitol correspondent Tim Skubic that's not true. He's here for you now with the story.
As these reports circulate in this town that her petition drive is unlikely to reach its signature goal, the chief organizer, Carla Wagner, was driving in a winter storm to Houghton to promote the drive. And when she was told of these reports, she offered the following, quote, "We have not thrown in the towel. I wouldn't be doing this if we were dead in the water." Collecting petition signatures, to be sure, is a heavy lift, and Ms. Wagner has set a very high goal to get there for the November 26 statewide ballot.
Our minimum is like 477,000, but we know that we made mistakes. People are, some are going to get thrown out, so that's why our goal was 600,000.
6 News has learned that she has about 360 to 380,000 valid names on hand at this read. Ms. Wagner is convinced Michigan taxpayers are overburdened and upset with their property taxes. And the House Republican Speaker Matt Hall agrees.
We're going to move ahead on property tax reform. I hear a lot about property tax. That's what people are really talking about. It used to be income tax, you'd hear. We're hearing a lot about property tax.
While Mr. Hall wants to tackle the issue in the legislature, he, like others, don't want to drastically cut the tax revenue that goes to schools and local governments as they pay for their services with that property tax money. And while she is not throwing in the towel, you can hear the frustration in her voice when she reports that the petition volunteers are making it tough to figure out just how much time she needs to reach her goal.
We keep asking people, we need them sent in, we need them sent in, we need to be able to count where we're at, we need to see where we're at so we know if we need to go longer. But people have received them and they're not responding when we're calling them to say, turn your petitions back in. And we get no response.
She remains confident that she'll get a strong response from voters if she can get this property tax cut on the ballot. And at this read, it remains just that, an if. Here for you in Lansing, Tim Skubic, 6 News.
As Michigan's deer hunters gear up for the season, the Department of Natural Resources says this year comes with new rules, new safety reminders, and a renewed push to protect the herd. This comes as firearm deer hunting season starts tomorrow and runs through Sunday, November 30th. 6 News reporter Sean Graney is here for you now live in our studio breaking down what hunters need to know before heading out. Good evening, Sean.
Jorma, from reporting your harvest to avoiding serious injuries, officials say preparation starts long before you hit the woods. And following the basics from firearm handling to checking your stand can keep a good day from turning dangerous. Hunters will notice new reminders this season, from mandatory harvest reporting to expanded disease testing efforts in key counties here in mid-Michigan. DNR officials say staying visible, staying connected, and staying alert can help prevent the most common hunter emergencies. They say new hunters are joining the ranks this season, keeping a long Michigan tradition alive as more families get back outdoors together.
As of Wednesday, we were up about 3% in the number of people that had purchased a license to date. So expect a pretty healthy participation. Lots of deer hunters hitting the woods, especially with November 15th through 30th firearm deer season. That's been the dates of firearm season since almost every year since 1925. So a big tradition for folks in the state.
Rudolph says more new hunters also means a boost for local shops, license sales, and long-term conservation funding, all of which support the communities built around deer season. Jorma, back to you.
Thank you very much. Today is the day mid-Michiganders will start to hear bells ringing outside of grocery stores, malls, and other businesses. The Lansing Capital Area Salvation Army is kicking off its Christmas fundraising season at 28 Kettle locations throughout Ingham, Eaton, and Clinton counties. The goal is to raise $900,000, and you could help the Salvation Army reach that goal by becoming a volunteer bell ringer. If you'd like to help, head to our website, WLNS.com, and you'll find a link there.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
Today, no doubt, one of the nicest days we've had in quite a while, and I wish we could say we're going to do it again tomorrow, but there are some big changes on the way, and one of those is going to be wind. A look at the satellite and radar today. Lots of clouds to our west, a few over mid-Michigan, but nothing that's going to cause any problems other than blocking out the stars a bit for tonight. So we look at precision cast. We've got a strong cold front to our west, and it remains to our west through early tomorrow morning. Will become cloudy by around 6 or 7 o'clock or so in the morning. Then our cold front begins to move through midday hours, slight chance of a couple showers, but as you can see by 3:30, and of course 3:30 is an important time because we have the Spartans back at home. Temperature-wise for the game should be in the low 60s at 3 o'clock, and then it falls into the mid-50s and will begin to fall even more quickly beyond that. Winds will be quite strong tomorrow as well, and that'll be your big complaint out there at the game or tailgating, is winds will be gusting some 30 to 40 miles per hour possibly. Cold front continues to move east Saturday evening into Sunday morning. Sunday, it looks like there's not much happening, but there's still a good fetch of cold air flowing across the lakes, and that's going to generate some clouds, and we're very close to those clouds, and I wouldn't be shocked to see 1 or 2 flurries come out of those clouds. The air mass at the surface is going to be pretty dry, so it's going to be hard to get anything to even reach the ground, but if it does, just don't be shocked if you see 1 or 2 flakes, literally 1 or 2, flying past the windshield. Temperatures are not bad this weekend, at least on Saturday, but the winds will be. Notice our wind gusts by tomorrow morning by around 15 to 25 miles per hour at 7 o'clock. Then as we head towards game time, 3 o'clock or so in the afternoon, some wind gusts in excess of 30 miles per hour from the west-northwest. And it'll be the same as we head into Sunday, maybe slightly less, but 20 to 30, 30 to 40, it'll be close for Sunday afternoon, and that will come with cold temperatures, so get ready for some wind chills on Sunday. Temperatures out this afternoon, upper 50s, and look at that 60 currently in Mason. You made it there. What a nice day. Lots of clear skies, beautiful weather. 58 currently in St. John's, winds calm, 8-mile-per-hour wind gusts today. That was it. Just perfect out there. Capital Cam, beautiful sunset, temperature 59 degrees. Winds are fairly light. No report of a wind gust today because it was so light. In Grand Ledge, yet another gorgeous sunset across the area. Temperatures also in the upper 50s. Jackson Cam, just a few thin wispy clouds out there. 57 the current temperature. Winds south-southwest at 7 miles per hour. In Hillsdale, mostly clear skies. Current temperature 59, and our wind gusts also only 8 miles per hour. Tonight's forecast, expect a low down to 43. That's going to occur just after midnight, and then temperatures start to rise. 54. 64 by 7 o'clock, 61 by noon. Then we fall back into the upper 50s by 4 o'clock as that colder weather returns. The 6-day forecast, Sunday, just again, slight chance of a flurry. That's it. Monday, partly cloudy to variably cloudy skies. Tuesday and Wednesday, in and out of some cloud cover. By Thursday, clouds increase, and I know we're hoping for a change, but there's not one. Still looks like it's going to be wet and windy on Friday for Silver Bells, although the system looks about 12 hours slower, which means that the heavier rain may be on Saturday. It may be more scattered showers, but still not dry.
We'll take what we can get, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because we're going to be there no matter what. One way or another. Well, Thanksgiving is almost here. And as you know, 6 News is kicking off another holiday tradition this year, and we need your help. We're talking about Remarkable Women, an opportunity to recognize the women of Mid-Michigan who make a difference for their families and for the community. So head to WLNS.com and look for the Remarkable Women icon. Click on it, then tell us all about the remarkable woman in your life. We'll pick several women and profile them in March, which is Women's History Month. You have until December 19th to nominate someone. Coming up on 6 News at 5, lawmakers are pushing for the release of a report on PFAS. We'll have the details when we return, so stay right there. 6 News at 5, we'll be right back.